Now who are you calling? Making more Super Bowl plans before the Titans even clinch a playoff spot? Hang on just a second. No, I'm calling my inspiration, Johnny. We're playing Dangle Hat Guy's team on Tuesday. Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators defeat the Arizona Coyotes by a score of 4-1 Saturday night inside Bridgestone Arena. This team, who started the season 1-4, has now gone 8-1 in their last 10. Thankfully, they treat the Coyotes just like every other team they face since starting this hot streak. They don't fall into a trap against a team that has a league-low 3 points and only 1 win. This is the first time the Nashville Predators and the Arizona Coyotes have played each other since August of 2020, when the Arizona Coyotes eliminated the Nashville Predators from the play-in round in the Edmonton bubble. And this is the first time these two teams are playing each other in a regular season game since 2 days before Christmas in 2019. If any of you remember what the Predators' regular season schedule would have been without the shutdown, these two teams were meant to play each other a week after the shutdown, and I was supposed to be at that game. The Coyotes, who are playing the second game in as many nights, having played in Chicago on Friday night, have Karel-ed in net for them tonight, who just so happened to have been originally drafted by the Preds in the 2015 NHL draft but was never signed. Early on, Michael McCarron, who is trying to make a name for himself and stick with the Preds lineup later on in the season when people recover, as people are now on the IR, including Cousins and Forsberg, has a 2-on-1 on Vejmelka with Tommy Novak, sets up Tommy Novak so perfectly, but Tommy Novak wasn't able to tap it in when he should have, and it would have been 1-0 Preds. Preds keep pushing though, as 12 minutes into the period, Captain Roman Josi, covered by Coyotes forward Phil Kessel, gets it over to who else? Mr. Reliable right now, Matt Duchene, who fires it home past Vejmelka. It's his 9th goal of the season already. It's 1-0 Preds. Mark Borieski, after that goal, for some reason, would lay out a knee-on-knee hit on Coyotes player Yaskin. Borieski easily could have avoided it, so the carnage being as a result of that knee-on-knee, Roussel came in to defend his teammate. He gets an instigator as him and Borieski get into a 5-on-5. So Roussel gets the instigator and a 5-minute major. Borieski gets the 5-minute major, a 5-minute kneeing, and a game misconduct. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets suspended out of this. So for the first 5 minutes of the 5-minute major, McCarron would serve the first 2 minutes of it, and the Coyotes and the Preds would play 4-on-4. Almost immediately after McCarron comes out of the box, Fabro would take a 2-minute tripping call, and the Coyotes would get a full 2 minutes of 5-on-3. Juuse Saros with some clutch saves, perhaps against any other team that was a much better opponent in the standings. Perhaps the Preds would have been trailing, or at least tied with that power play that they had taken. But sure enough, they killed off, maintained their 1-0 lead, and then Travis Boyd would take a penalty for the Coyotes, putting the Preds on the power play. At the blue line, Tommy Novak serves it up to his captain, who blasted past Vejmelka. 2-0 Preds on that blast from Roman Josi, and that's the score after the first period. Coyotes have an early push in the second period to try and climb back into this game, but Juuse Saros is locked in, and he's having none of the Coyotes' chances. After playing 4-on-4, where the Coyotes had a power play first, the Preds would have their own power play, where the best chance that come of it was Johansson hitting the post. But just after the power play ended, play still in the Coyotes zone, Granlund, just to Vejmelka's left, uses a screen of Duchene and Luzbushkin and gets it past Vejmelka. 3-0 Preds. Late in the second period, Yossi, who is already down, has his stick out. And Keller, who could have made more of an attempt to avoid it, lets himself get tripped by it. The ref calls Yossi for tripping, and the Preds still lead 3-0 after 2, but the Coyotes go into the second intermission with the man advantage. Just about 4 minutes into the third period, after Yossi now slashes Keller after already killing off the penalty for tripping Keller. This is not a typical game you want to see where your captain takes multiple penalties. The Preds get to work and kill off the penalty. And just as it's over, Yossi coming out of the penalty box. Yossi receives the puck, goes flying into the Coyote zone, all alone, whee! And gets a shot on Vejmelka, which is stopped by his right pad. But Yossi, the eager beaver, while falling, banks it in off of his right pad. It's in, 4-0 Preds. For the first time this season at home, it's Frosty time in Nashville. Under 8 minutes left to go in regulation, Preds still up 4-0, and I'm thinking to myself, I remember the last time the Preds were up 4-0 against the Coyotes in a game, and they allowed 2 goals late to win 4-2 in that game 2 of the play-in round against the Coyotes. Well, Preds Nation, I guess you can hang Saros' shutout being blown on me, because Matthew Olivier is in the box as the Preds took a dumb too many men on the ice penalty, and Chychrun puts it past Saros, spoiling his shutout. 4-1 Preds. Fortunately though, that's all the Coyotes would get in this one, and even though the Preds would have liked for Saros to get the shutout, or even after that for Yossi to get the hat trick, they cruise to victory easily in this one, even though there was a couple bumps along the way. Final score 4-1. So the Preds did what they were supposed to do. They beat an inferior opponent on their home ice. Their big guns, including their captain, who now has 6 goals and 10 assists. What a start for number 59. Showed that they were big guns, and they didn't play around with an opponent like the Coyotes. They got a win at home on Saturday night, which is what this team is historically supposed to be known for. But they have a big test coming up this week, as this was just a short 1-game homestand before heading back out on the road to Eastern Canada. Starting Tuesday, the Preds play for the first time in my 3 seasons of making Preds fan reactions, my inspiration for making Preds fan reaction video, Steve Dangle's Toronto Maple Leaf squad. If you forgot, the Preds' very next opponent right before the season appeared to be shut down for good back in March of 2020 was supposed to be these very same Maple Leafs. So hopefully the wait will be worth it to play them before they play Ottawa on Thursday, and are back on Hockey Night in Canada for the first time this season when they play Montreal on Saturday. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, hit like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. Preds Nation, we really do have the best captain in the league, don't we?